decision for you. You should choose to accept it.
I have a way to solve this mystery.
Christina's testimony gets Ava acquitted. She'll never forgive herself.
Protecting your father mean more to you than protecting your sister's child.
I don't know if I can do this.
I'm calling the cops.
General Hospital latest update. Lulu stuns her family after waking from a coma and reuniting with grown-up son Rocco, while Ava battles charges of causing Christina's unborn baby's tragic death. Molly faces a moral dilemma in court, and tensions soar as Lucky uncovers Lulu's mysterious escape. Plus, fans speculate on Michael's future amid recast rumors. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. After watching these videos, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. General Hospital, Rocco and Lulu reel over reunion, Maxie and Spinelli's intruder confusion. General Hospital spoilers recap for Wednesday, November 27th, reveals that Lulu Spencer, Alexa Havens-Bruning, was baffled over the changes to her old place as she walked through the door. James West, Gary James Fuller, appeared with a plate of cookies and asked who Lulu was, so they wound up bickering over who the house belonged to. Once James called out to Maxie Jones, Kirsten Storms, about the "a stranger danger," he interrupted her attempt to calm Sasha Gilmore Corbin, Sophia Matson, down about her pregnancy news. Maxie came running out with a bat and accused James of lying about the mystery lady who'd been there, but then she realized the door was unlocked and the spare key was missing outside. After Sasha took off, Damian Spinelli, Bradford Anderson, came home and pulled up security camera footage on his phone since he'd recently installed one outside the door. Once Maxie and Spinelli saw that there was indeed a mysterious woman wearing a hoodie, Maxie asked James for a description since the lady's face couldn't be seen. James could only say the woman was blonde, but then he saw Lulu's pic in a photo album he was flipping through and insisted that was her. Both Maxie and Spinelli were taken aback over James' revelation. Lulu eventually made her way to the Quartermain estate, so she found Giovanni Palmieri, Giovanni Mazza, playing his violin outside. Gio answered some questions and talked about Lois Cerullo, Rena Sofer, moving to Port Charles last year, so Lulu was even more confused. Although Gio tried to get to the bottom of who Lulu was, she didn't give her name before heading inside. This was the first time Lulu had seen the redecorated Quartermain mansion, so she was thrown for a loop. As Lulu was trying to soak it all in, she heard a voice call out a mom behind her. Lulu turned around and was visibly stunned to see Rocco Falconeri, Finn Carr, all grown up, but Rocco looked pleasantly surprised to see her. At Turning Woods, Lucky Spencer, Jonathan Jackson, ranted at the administrator since Cyrus Renault, Jeff Kober, shouldn't have been allowed access to Lulu. Lucky also demanded the security footage be sent to him ASAP so they could go over every frame. At the Port Charles Grill, Cyrus got a phone call from a Turning Woods staff member about angry Lucky's presence and the fact that Lulu had gone missing. Lucky and Elizabeth Baldwin, Rebecca Herbst, headed to the restaurant, where Lucky asked where Lulu was and slammed Cyrus for hanging around her when he wasn't supposed to. Cyrus acted like he was being a better family member than Lucky, who was often on another continent and nowhere near Lulu's bedside. Liz intervened and tried to ease the conflict, but Cyrus couldn't offer any answers about where Lulu had gone. Later, the security footage from Turning Woods was sent to Lucky, so he pulled up a clip of it on his phone. Once Lucky and Liz watched it together, they were floored to see that Lulu had woken up and escaped on her own. Back at the Quartermain mansion, Brooke Lynn Quartermain, Amanda Seton, and Harrison Chase, Josh Swickard, got passionate multiple times as they tried to boost their baby-making chances. Chase was looking forward to parenthood and was glad they were going through this for the first time together, but Brooke Lynn had an uneasy expression. Next on Wednesday's General Hospital episode, Olivia Quartermain, Lisa Lo Cicero, talked about how wonderful it'd be for Lois to have her first grandchild, but Lois seemed to be keeping a secret just like Brooke Lynn. In the courtroom, Alexis Davis, Nancy Lee Grahn, finally stood up and tried to stop Rick Hurst, from harassing Christina Corinthos Davis, Kate Monsey, on the stand, but the judge threatened to hold her in contempt of court. Alexis pushed back a little more, but Sonny Corinthos, Maurice Bernard, ultimately escorted her out of there. During a recess, Molly Lansing Davis, Kristen Vaganos, talked to TJ Ashford, Taj Bello, and made a prediction that Christina would never forgive herself if her own testimony was the reason Ava Jerome, Maura West, was acquitted. Molly comforted Christina soon after and suggested her sister could go home now, but Christina refused. Natalia Ramirez, Eva LaRue, took the stand again as Rick played her 911 call and got her to confirm she was in an accident with Christina. However, Natalia lied that she was responsible for the crash and made up a phony story about being distracted by her daughter's text. Natalia did her best to cover up another example of Christina's erratic behavior as Rick questioned her. Once Molly was on the stand, Rick got her to admit a fuming Christina went to confront Ava over the subpoena because she wanted to protect Sonny. When Ava gave her testimony, she was honest about grabbing Christina's arm before she pulled back, tumbled over the bag and fell out the window. Ava also admitted to swapping the bag for shoes to avoid dragging the FBI agent she was involved with into this. Even so, Ava played up how she'd lost a daughter and would never wish that pain on anyone. After expressing her regrets about how the face-off had played out, Ava seemed truly sorry that Christina's unborn baby was lost. During closing arguments, the ADA pushed for Ava to get manslaughter while Rick insisted this was a tragic accident. In the aftermath, Molly seemed to have had a change of heart and told TJ that she believed this was a tragedy. General Hospital spoilers say Molly will have to come to grips with everything that's happened, so stay tuned for updates on all the drama. General Hospital spoilers: the outcome of Ava's trial could have major implications for Christina. General Hospital spoilers report Ava Jerome, Maura West, is expecting the worst but hoping for the best when it comes to the criminal charges stacked against her. Accused of pushing Christina Corinthos Davis, Kate Monsey, from a third-story window at the Metro Court Hotel, which caused the death of the unborn child she was carrying, Ava is facing considerable time behind bars. The anxiety she's wearing on her sleeve is understandable, despite Rick Lansing, Rick Hurst, trying to calm her fears and treat them as unnecessary. General Hospital spoilers: sisterly love. But as much as Rick thinks he knows his daughter, Molly Lansing Davis, Kristen Vaganos, which way this goes could be largely dependent on where her alliances really lie, and she may surprise both him and Ava in that courtroom. Of course, the pendulum could swing the other way, leaving Christina shattered, too. As Molly told Alexis Davis, Nancy Lee Grana this week, Sam McCall's Kelly Monaco death has put many things into perspective. Her anger toward her other sister, Christina, is diminishing. Recognizing that life is too short to carry this anger and resentment with her forever, she's choosing to take the high road and make some concessions for her impulsive sister. But just how far will her grace and leniency extend? Can Molly be convinced to botch her testimony in favor of putting Ava behind bars even if that's not the outcome she's hoping for? Will that heal her relationship with Christina? General Hospital spoilers tease Molly Lansing Davis could do the right thing. Rick is counting on Molly to do the right thing and tell the truth. He's never really known her to be the kind of person who doesn't, and we're talking about perjury here. Molly is an assistant district attorney. It's unlikely that she would perjure herself, right? That's what Rick believes, but he also thinks he knows his daughter so well. His overconfidence hit a sore note with fans who couldn't wait to remind viewers of how absent Rick has been in Molly's life. Still, everyone who knows Molly would likely agree that she is probably going to get on the stand and tell the truth, even if it paints her sister in a bad light. General Hospital spoilers: Christina Corinthos Davis ends up guiltier than ever. Rick's goal is making sure that Molly's testimony reflects just enough sour notes about Christina that it takes the heat off of Ava. It would be impossible to prove that Ava is anything close to resembling a saint. She's far from it, and everyone knows that, including the court, but that doesn't mean she's guilty of causing this baby's death. Highlighting that Christina may have had a role in this accident is Rick's best strategy, but Molly's testimony could end up leading to charges against Christina that make her look like she provoked this accident and caused baby Irene Marie Davis Ashford's death. General Hospital spoilers: worried moms, happy reunions, tense impasses. General Hospital spoilers and updates for Monday, December 2nd tease worried moms, happy reunions, and tense impasses. Next on General Hospital. Laura Collins, Jeannie Francis, is worried, while Lulu Spencer, Alexa Havens, has a happy reunion, and TJ Ashford, Taj Bello, and Molly Lansing Davis, Kristen Vaganos, are at a tense impasse. General Hospital spoilers, reruns and preemptions. Tomorrow, Thanksgiving Day, a rerun of July 29, 2024's program is aired, while Friday is preempted for college football. The encore episode has James West, Gary James Fuller, becoming aware of family tensions, while Trina Robinson, Tabiana Ali, faces ongoing challenges. Sasha Corbin, Sophia Matson, tries to keep Cody Bell, Josh Kelly focused, while Dante Falconeri, Dominic Zamprogna, is conflicted. Tracy Quartermaine, Jane Elliott, receives an unexpected surprise. Jason Morgan, Steve Burton, embarks on a new mission. General Hospital spoilers, worried moms. Laura is frantic as she catches up with Lucky Spencer, Jonathan Jackson, who obviously shows her the footage from Turning Woods. Laura tells Lucky that Lulu would not have done something, in other words, escape the facility had she not been in danger. Lucky confronted Cyrus Renault, Jeff Kober, but he claimed he didn't know anything about Lulu's escape, which he didn't. Lulu had awakened to hear Cyrus talking to a doctor about being her uncle and moving her to a facility in South Carolina, and remembered him from before her coma. General Hospital spoilers, happy reunions. Meanwhile, Lulu is safe and sound, and having a happy reunion with Rocco Falconeri, Finn Carr, at the Quartermaine mansion. She smiles and says, "Long time no see," perhaps realizing she was in a coma longer than she thought. She was thinking she'd been in the hospital a few days, perhaps healing from a stab wound inflicted after the explosion at the floating rib. Rocco may be able to fill her in on how long she was in a coma, although seeing he's now 3 feet taller would have given her a clue. The word will spread now since Maxie Jones, Kirsten Storms, and Damian Spinelli, Bradford Anderson, know she used the spare key to get into the house. General Hospital spoilers, tense impasses. At their apartment, TJ and Molly are at a tense impasse in the aftermath of Ava Jerome's, Maura West, trial, where the case likely will be dismissed. TJ is still blaming Christina Corinthos Davis, Kate Monsey, for the death of the baby she was carrying for them. It sounds like TJ wants Molly to do something like press charges against Christina, and she's upset and in tears. She tells him she would do anything for him, but that it was all a terrible sad accident. But TJ didn't seem to agree with that stance, Molly having agreed with it. General Hospital spoilers, Alexis Davis faces off with Rick Lansing. In the meantime, back at the courthouse, Alexis Davis, Nancy Lee Grahn, faces off with Rick Lansing, Rick Hurst. A recess was called because Christina was so upset after Rick went over and above badgering, and she was in tears after being blamed for the loss of the baby. They are standing in front of the judge's bench, and she tells him she'll just have to agree to disagree. Everyone will return to the courtroom after the jury returns, as they were sent to deliberate following Christina's cross-examination. It would seem Rick was more interested in proving a point, although Ava likely will face no charges. General Hospital spoilers, Drew Quartermaine and Jason Morgan face off. Jason Morgan, Steve Burton, is visibly upset after he, Dante Falconeri, Dominic Zamprogna, and all the kids agreed on living in the Quartermaine mansion. Sam McCall, Kelly Monaco, didn't want Danny Morgan, Asher Antonazan, and Scout Quartermaine, Cosette Abinante, split up, and Rocco, and they didn't want to be split up either. Scout even told them that she told her dad she didn't want to leave Port Charles, and he okayed it to her he'd commute. But now he's changed his tune, telling Jason the second he moves into the Quartermaines, he and Scout are gone. Drew is going back on his promise to his own daughter, just like he did to Curtis Ashford, Donnell Turner. General Hospital spoilers, Christina demands the truth. In the meantime, Christina is with Sonny Corinthos, Maurice Bernard, and it looks like they're at Alexis' house. Sonny obviously took her home, and now she demands something from him. Christina tells him she wants him to tell the truth, that's what she needs right now. General Hospital spoilers, Michael recast door left open, will Frank Valentini change plans and replace Chad Duell? General Hospital spoilers reveal that the soap world's still talking about Chad Duell's choice to step away from the role of Michael Corinthos. Soon after Duel's Instagram announcement, GH executive producer Frank Valentini confirmed his exit and offered up a few more details. However, we want to focus on what Valentini had to say about the possibility of Michael being recast. When you take a closer look, Valentine left the door wide open for Chad Duell to be replaced somewhere down the line. There are no plans to recast his role at this time, but you never know in daytime, Valentini said on X, formerly known as Twitter. Let's break that down for a second since Valentini really chose his words carefully. For starters, Valentini suggested there are no plans for a recast instead of taking a firmer stance and completely shutting down the idea. Valentini also added, at this time, meaning that's only how he's feeling about the situation right now. It certainly leaves room for Valentini to change his mind down the road. Even Valentini himself acknowledged that possibility by saying that, you never know in daytime. It feels like maybe Valentini is protecting himself a bit in case he does decide to recast Michael with another actor, at least until Duell potentially returns someday. If recast efforts move forward at some point, who might they get to play Michael Corinthos? Who could become the next Michael replacement? One easy option would be Robert Adamson, ex-Noah Newman on The Young and the Restless, who's proven to be a successful temp Michael recast in the past. If Adamson is willing to take over as Michael permanently, then GH might go with him. Other fans are rooting for Drew Garrett, ex-Michael Corinthos, to make a surprise comeback in the role. Could Garrett reprise the part he played from 2009 to 2010? It's also possible the show could widen their search and hire someone totally new to portray Michael. They might start fresh with another actor entirely, so that's an option to mull over, too. Bottom line, Frank Valentini could change his mind and even hinted at the possibility in his statement, so Michael Corinthos might be played by someone other than Chad Duell eventually. Although Michael's exit arc is supposed to happen in the new year, we'll keep you posted on any future recast news and any story predictions that might result. Thanks for watching this videos. Please hit the subscribe button for more updated news.